Okay, Asia session live. Got the Asia scanner all set up. Usually I'm trading at 7 a.m. Tokyo Market Open until 8, but there was Aussie news at 7:30 today, so did not take any trades. And right now we're too close to that H1 bar. When I get too close to that H1 bar, I don't want to trade. I'd rather see this close first, and then at 8 o'clock, that's 1 hour until the new H4 bar. So for me, I don't trade between those times. So I'm going to go grab my breakfast at 8 and I'll come back at the new H4. But for now, I'm just going to do my scanner. So I've already gone through all the signal days here. These blue boxes are signal days. That tells me that today has good conditions to take possible setups on these pairs. The ones that are lit up are signal days that have everything that I'm looking for. All my criteria have been fulfilled on these. Already marked off everything. These different icons tell me the different setups. So these are trend continuation setups. This icon right here is a range setup, and then I have a trend breakout setup. These star icons, and then I have one more which I don't have any right now. It's a reversal setup. So I marked off all the different setups in different colors, and then I'm going to go over all the Asia session pairs. So gold took this one yesterday, breakout of the range over here. Right now, we have higher time frame breakout levels all bullish. Peak bias are mixed. We've triggered the previous week high, so previous week high is now bearish. I don't want to go against a weekly move unless I get a daily move that supports a reversal. So I'm not going to be looking for buys unless we get above the previous week high. So this setup right now is on gold is a trend breakout setup. It's a bullish setup. All the breakout buys are pushing up. So I'm looking for buys, but I don't want to buy right into that previous week high. I need to see that break first. So the setup on these days, these are trend continuation setups, looking for a fake out of the low to take it up. Pretty unlikely that price will come down and fake out that H8 low. So I'm going to be looking for this breakout of the high. But again, I'm not trading until the new H4. So let's see what happens with that. It would be great if this consolidates the whole time, but yeah, let's see how this moves later on. So I have a separate monitor on the side. I'm going to put gold on it. So I have these as my pairs that I'll be watching more closely. Okay, so AJ higher time frame breakout levels all bullish. Peak bias are mixed. We've triggered both the month peaks and the weekly peaks. Last action, price action movement on the higher time frames is a fake out of the previous week low. So we faked out the previous week low, and so I do expect AJ to continue on up. It's a breakout day followed by an inside day. That's a range setup. On range setups, breakout days followed by an inside days, I'm looking for a fake out of the previous day low to take it up, or I'm looking for consolidation between the previous day high and the outer range and take a breakout from there. So right now we have the breakout level right here, and I'm looking for a fake out of the previous day low. Ideally, it would be the previous day range low. Whenever there's an inside bar, I extend the previous bar's highs and lows, and I would much prefer price to come down to the previous day range low. But the actual setup is a fake out of the previous day low. So I'm just going to mark those off. Kind of like this one. Don't like how the last bearish breakout level is right here. This one has not fully broken. Technically, it has broken, but it has flipped back below it. Don't really like that, but I'll still keep an eye on it. If I get a tight entry down low, then I can definitely have enough room to go break even at the top here. I can also see on the H8 we have a breakout bar followed by two fake out bars, two opposite facing fake out bars. That was a bearish one. That's a setup for me too. That's a range setup. That's actually a bearish setup for me. So don't really like how price is moving, but I'll still have a look at this. Not many setups in Asia, so I'm just going to keep that on my watch list as well, putting this in the second monitor so I can have a closer look at it later. Aussie NZD, trend breakout, higher time frame breakout levels are bullish, peak bias are bearish. month and week are bearish. So peak bias tells me what current price action is doing, but the overall bias is taken from the breakout bias. So current price action has faked out the previous week high, and I'm guessing faked out the previous month high too, but I don't know where that level is. Right here, previous month high, previous week high. It's hidden right below, right above that previous month high. So we faked that out. Not a good idea to go against that unless we get above it. So I can see on the weekly, here's the last breakout bar. And then we're stuck in a range here, outside bars and inside bars. That means we're in a range. Whenever we're in a range, I'm always looking for the exact same thing. If I'm looking for buys, the same setup, even though I have a bunch of different configurations of the ranges, three definitions of ranges, inside bar, extend the peaks. Two opposite facing fake out bars take the highs, and lows, and that becomes a range. And then an outside bar, faking out the high, faking out the low, and closing inside. Take the peaks, that's an outside bar. So whenever I see a range, I'm always looking for the same thing, trigger that outside edge of the range, and then take it in the opposite direction. So right now, I have the breakout bias over here, breakout bar. So my breakout bias is bullish, looking for buys. We have come down, triggered that previous week low, has not triggered that range low. So that I would consider this a aggressive entry if I wanted to take a buy. But the second setup for me on all these range setups is a consolidation at the top here, in between the high and the outer range, and then taking a breakout. So right now, not going to do anything here unless we get some consolidation and then take a breakout at the top here. Yeah, so that's what I'd be looking for on the weekly. On the daily, it's a trend breakout. Continuation days. It's a bullish one. Again, looking for the H8 low fake out or a breakout of the high and a breakout of the H8 high. H8 high is right here. Previous day high is right here. And if it breaks out of here, we're also above the previous month high and the previous week high. I'm going to mark off the outer range just so I remember this. Very tight sort of range here. I might look for a breakout. We've been ranging this entire time. There's a range on the weekly here. Huge one. It's been ranging for quite some time. If we get a breakout of here, I might go for that. But if I get another setup, I'd rather take other setups. Most breakouts fail. So I'd rather not trade a breakout, especially in Asia, which is the first session of my day. Okay, hold on a second. Just having a quick look to see if anything else is triggered here. Okay, so Aussie NZD, I'll just keep that up, but I probably won't be trading that one. There was Aussie news, so yeah, let's see where this goes. Okay, Euro Oz. This one's a little bit annoying. Been trying to take this one down since last week. I saw this bearish breakout level, triggered the previous day high a number of times, faked it out. Finally broke out, and I just was not able to find any entry. I was looking for this move, breakout all the way down, and it's completed that move. And yeah, sometimes this is just how trading goes. Sometimes you just can't find an entry. And yeah, so that's that. On these configurations, right, we have higher time frames all pushing down. We have the bearish breakout bar followed by an inside bar. Again, I have setups for pretty much every configuration there. All my setups start with that breakout. And so this is the anchor point for all my setups. We have a breakout bar followed by an inside bar. Looking for a fake out of the high to take it down. If I don't get that, looking for consolidation and then a breakout of that entire range structure. So right now on the weekly, did not trigger that previous week high, but it did flip that breakout level. So this is why I was not able to really take it from here on Monday. So the next setup I'm looking for is I want to see some consolidation here, probably like a day or two, and then a breakout of the range. So I would rather get a consolidation, but I also don't mind taking that breakout straight away. But we are below the previous day low. I think this would be more of a trade that I'd look for tomorrow instead of today. But again, not many setups today, so I'm just going to keep that on my second screen. GBP NZD, this is a range setup. This is one that I liked yesterday, but did not set up for me. Hard time frame breakout levels, all bearish. Peak bias, all bearish. We're flipping that monthly breakout level, or we're right in between it. Flipping these breakout levels tell me that we're at a possible swing point on the weekly. So flipping these flips of breakout levels, going from a breakout high and trading below, or flipping a breakout low and trading above it, these only happen at swing points. So whenever I see them, I'm always aware, and I want to be trading away from these possible peak formations. So GBP NZD, everything bearish. We're in a breakout week, and we've broken out below the previous week low. So we are in breakout. It's a breakout month. We have not triggered any monthly levels yet. The previous month low is still far down here, so still got some room to go. It's a breakout day followed by an inside day. Again, this is a range setup, looking for a fake out of the high to take it down to the previous day low. I do want this to come up and fake out the high, and that's because the previous H8 high is right here. So technically, I just need this, but since we've been ranging for a bit, I would like it to take out that high. And if it takes out the high, that'll be the high of the day, high of this entire structure, and then I can take this down. Daily breakout level is right here. H8 breakout level is right here. This is not ideal. I prefer having all these time frames aligned, but it's okay. What I want to see is the H1 bar close and breakout. But right now it's not doing that, but let's see what will happen. There's still 1 hour to go. Anything can happen at this time. Maybe this won't be an Asia trade. Maybe this quite possibly could be a London trade. GBP is a London pair, so I don't mind trading this in London either, but let's see what happens here. The setup for me, faking out the high to take it down. If I don't get that, I'm looking for consolidation and then a breakout of the low. So I can take both of these. I would rather take a fake out. I much prefer fake outs, but let's see. Okay, so that's that. NZD CAD took a sell on it. It was a really good one a couple days back, and now it has reversed. So let's see what's going on here. Breakout day followed by an inside day. We flipped that breakout level. I think this is the one that I took down to the previous day low. Flipped it, so bias of NZD CAD is bullish. Here's the next breakout level. So price, for me, the way that I read price action is always going from breakout level to breakout level. We reacted from there, and we're kind of now stuck in this range here. Breakout day followed by an inside day. Setup again is a fake out of the low. Take it up. If I don't get that, I'm looking for a little bit of a consolidation. Doesn't need to be too long, just a little bit of a pullback, and then taking a breakout of here. H8 is right here. Last session closed inside. So the H8 range low is right here. Remember, whenever there's an inside bar, extend the previous peaks. So we have the peak here. We have the previous day range down here. This would be the better pullback. But at the same time, I don't mind taking this H8 breakout level. We're above the H8 breakout level. Okay, so I'm okay as long as price comes down and fakes out the previous day low. If it instead breaks out above here, I don't mind that as well, because we just flipped that breakout level. This is a reversal, 1 bar reversal, flipping the breakout level and then getting above the high. We flipped that breakout level. So again, flipping breakout levels tell me that we're at a possible swing point on the weekly. So I don't mind taking this breakout to the upside. I can go either way here. So another one that I'll be looking at, Aussie Swiss. This one is a continuation trade. So these are exactly the same as trend breakouts, but the only difference is that we're above the previous day high in this case. So hard time frame breakout levels, all bullish, looking for buys here. We've already broken out of the previous day high. Previous week high is right up above here. Okay, so Don't want to trade right into that previous week high, obviously. So what I'm looking for is a bullish continuation on the weekly. So everything is bullish. Last two bars closed bullish breakout followed by a bearish fake out. That's a continuation setup for me. If I'm looking for continuations with all the higher time frames pushing up, this is the setup that I'm looking for. First thing I'm looking for is a fake out of the low. So we actually did get the fake out of the low. Did I see this? I can't remember if I saw this. Probably would have been in the scanner, but I don't think I traded Aussie Swiss. Maybe there was something better. Faking out the low to take it up to the fake out level. So that's exactly what it did. And then next setup I'm looking for is consolidation between that fake out level and the previous week high. Would like to see a little bit more over here, and then I can take a breakout of the previous day high up above. So the previous day high is not in the right position for me to take this based off the weekly. However, if the previous day high of tomorrow, if this stays the high of today, the previous day high of this will be tomorrow. So that would fulfill everything I'm looking for, consolidation and then a breakout of the previous day high at that previous week high level. So to me, this is a possible trade that I can look at for tomorrow, not really for today. Week range is right here. Not going to really do more analysis on this. I'm not going to be trading this. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a trade for me tomorrow or set up for me tomorrow. Swiss JPY trend breakout. Trend breakouts are my favorite setups. These red ones. These ones are super easy. Hard time frames pushing in one direction, and basically I'm just waiting for a fake out of a high to take it down. So this one is no longer a trend breakout. It already broke out of the previous day low. So this has probably become a trend continuation. This icon over here, this star with these flares around, these are trend continuations. So it looks like everything right now is a trend continuation. I generally don't like to trade trend continuations as much as I like to trade trend breakouts. So all of these have turned into trend continuations. Um, yeah, this is a setup for me on trend continuations. Looking for that fake out of the high to take it down, but trend continuation is this one right here, break out of the previous low downwards. So we've already done that. Again, I don't trade at this time. I'm going to wait until that 4-hour bar closes and breakout, hopefully, and then I can look for a continuation move on this. We do have still a bit of space for the next breakout levels and the weekly levels and the weekly opens. Well, let's see. Not going to do anything here. Do like Swiss JPY and yeah, okay. So that's that. And now I'm going to go grab my breakfast. I'll be back at the new H4 bar. Gold's starting to break out over here. I'll be back at the new H4 bar.